Alright guys, first and foremost, thank you so much for clicking on the video. I do truly appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Now, we're going to be talking about some apparent Ganyu buffs that will be coming when she drops. Now, keep in mind, really quick disclaimer, this is not indicative of the final product, so you have to keep this in mind. But I know there's a lot of Ganyu simps. They're super excited for her to drop, so this should bring your hypeness up a little bit higher because it has for me. And it's just pertaining to her kit. So we're going to be talking about that here in just a second. But before we do, massive shout out to AE Entropy for providing us this Twitter post. I will leave a link to their Twitter in the description down below, as well as a massive shout out to Pumpkin in the Discord. I'm going to leave a link to the Discord in the description down below as well. Join the Discord today, a really awesome community over there. But also wanted to mention, if you do like the content, you got anything from it, go ahead and consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Anyways, we have some apparent Ganyu buffs like I mentioned. So the elemental skill cooldown, 12 seconds, to 10 seconds. And then the elemental burst energy cost from 80 to 60. Really good stuff that we have here, because obviously when it comes to characters, their elemental skill and elemental burst is their bread and butter, so reducing the cooldown time for the elemental skill is phenomenal, even albeit if it's only 2 seconds, and then reducing the elemental burst energy cost from 80 to 60, albeit only 20, but that is a massive, in my opinion, massive reduction, because that's going to allow you to obviously get to your ult a little bit quicker, and 60 is, not bad at all. When we look at ult spammers, we're looking at an energy cost usually of about 40, and you can, harken back to characters like Albedo that just released or Zhongli as the most recent ones. So having Ganyu's cooldown to 10 seconds and then the energy recharge down to 60 is super beneficial, because when we start to take a look at her elemental skill as well as her elemental burst, they are, I think, in my opinion, going to be really good. So if you do not know, if we take a look at the elemental skill, leaves a single lotus behind, Ganyu dashes backward, shunning all impurity and dealing AoE cryo damage, continuously taunts surrounding opponents, attracting them to attack it. Endurance scales based on Ganyu's max HP, blooms profusely when destroyed or once its duration ends, dealing AoE cryo damage. So a lot of people are referring this or making great comparisons to Amber's, which could be true. Now, I think this may be just slightly better, and I'm not sure as far as the attacks and things, how it scales in comparison to Amber's. I guess we could probably take a look at that, right? Alright, so we have Amber's and we have Ganyu's both up here. So if we take a look at, we'll just go with level 10 as a comparison. So we have the skill damage at 237.6%, and if we take a look at Amber's at level 10, 220.76%. So as you can tell, the damage, skill damage at least, is a little bit higher, and the cooldown, so the cooldown has the cooldown at 15 seconds, whereas for Ganyu it is at 10 seconds. So I think overall, all in all, it is a better, I think it's a better ability and elemental skill, where you can see the HP percentage is at 74.5%, whereas Ganyu is at 216%. So yeah, I think overall it's just a better one altogether, in my opinion. So yeah, Ganyu's I think is going to be better. And then we have the elemental burst, where at level 10 we're looking at 126.49% with a cooldown of 20 seconds and the energy recharge or the energy cost at 60, whereas Amber, once again, a good comparison with Amber's elemental burst. Now the energy cost is 40, so it's a little less. And then at level 10, 909%, 0.70, so 910 you can say, where this one is 126. Duration is 15 seconds. Duration's only 2 seconds, so it's out there for much longer. Cooldown to 12 seconds, cooldown to 20 seconds. So this one's obviously out there a lot longer. So, once you start to scale, it may be scaling in comparison, but it's interesting. And I think the AoE is a little bit larger for Ganyu as well, but I can't be too certain on that, so don't quote me. But all in all, I think Ganyu, with these tiny little buffs that they made, albeit they're small buffs, but I think they're going to be super beneficial and really allow Ganyu to be that much better of a character. Of course, you know, anytime you get buffs in relations to, once again, their elemental skill and elemental burst, it's always going to be a good thing. And then of course you can start equipping certain weapons and artifacts that help, so with energy recharge and things of that nature, to where now you're starting to get a character that is doing some really good damage. And I know we just got Albedo, but I'm already looking towards Ganyu. I know that's probably something you shouldn't do, but albeit Albedo wasn't the most hyped character for me, but Ganyu is definitely one that I have my radars on, and that I'm excited for, and to, you know, try and test out with the new mechanics that she's bringing. And just her constellations as well are looking pretty nutty. But anyways, guys, just a quick video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you did get something from it. If you did, once again, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I will see you in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. And until next time, my boys, until next time, it's your homie Cody GT, and I'm out. Bye, guys.